Now let's do some comparative summary statistics. You have seen how we do summary statistics just using data analysis, that little button under the data tab, how we do the summary statistics for numerical variables, and you've seen how we do a pivot table just for the frequencies or the counts of all the categories or classes for my nominal categorical variables. But what if I want to do comparative summary statistics? So let's take, for instance, the resting ECG. I'm going to take this column and I want to divide my data set by all the unique values that I find in this nominal categorical variable. And maybe I want to compare the ages of people who are only in normal or one of the other categories for this variable. So I actually want to copy and paste both of these columns. So what am I going to do as far as a new sheet is concerned? Because this copy of mine is in table format, I can definitely drop this down, the little drop down box, and it says LVH, left ventricular hypertrophy, normal, or ST segment changes. That was the resting ECG, 3 different levels or categories or classes, whatever you want to call them. But let's select one of them at a time. So I'm going to deselect normal and I'm going to deselect ST. So now my data set, see on the left hand side, I'm skipping many rows. That will only be the ages for people with LVH. LVH is the only selection. So if we look down the resting ECG column, I see LVH, 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 LVH. That is all that I see at the moment. So let's go down to the age column. I'm going to click on the first one that appears. So I'm right at the top, and it seems it's row number 162 is the first instance of some subject that had a resting ECG value of LVH. So I'm going to click on the 59 and I'm going to do my own old trick, Shift Command down arrow. And now I'm going to do Command or Control C to copy them, and I'm going to go to a brand new sheet. So let's go there and let's give this sheet number 3 a name. It is going to be the age and resting ECG column. So I'm going to do comparative summary statistics in the sheet, so name it something appropriate. So in this first column that we can see there, let's do the following. Let's call this one LVH. So I know that this is the ages of only those people with left ventricular hypertrophy. I'm going to click this little arrow when it comes to paste, maybe say paste special. I only want the text. There we go. So this column, if I go Command or Control down, I see this only goes up to row 189. So there's actually only 188 subjects for which there's an age. Those were the people with left ventricular hypertrophy. So let's go back. And now what I have to do, I just have to remember that I now have to make a different selection. So I'm going to go to resting ECG again. And this time I'm going to do everyone who's normal. So I'm going to click on normal and I'm going to deselect the LVH. Now it's only normal, 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 normal in column G, that's resting ECG. So let's go to 40 was the first one. I'm going to click on that, Shift Command, Shift Control and down arrow, Command or Control C for copy. Let's go to this new sheet of ours. Now remember this one, let's go right back to the top. These were the cases that were normal. So let's type normal there. Let's go to B2 and I'm just going to paste all those values. Now I hit Control C and it brought with it that formatting. So let's undo that. I don't like doing that. So I'm going to hold down Control or Command and hit Z or Z, and that does the undo. So let's go down, paste again, paste special. I only want the text. I don't want anything else. And there we go. Let's go right to the bottom. And you see there's many more people in the normal column because it goes down to 553. That means there were 552 subjects that had a normal ECG. And so we'll have the ages for all of those. So let's go back. And now I'm going to select under resting ECG. I'm going to select only those that had ST segment changes, unselect those with normal and LVH. Now I only see ST, ST, ST. Great. Now let's grab the ages of all of these. I'm going to go to the first one, which was 37. Shift Command, Shift Control and down arrow, Command or Control C. I'm going to come to this brand new sheet of mine. So I'm going to call this column ST. I'm going to go to C2 there. I'm going to paste special, or if the other drop down opens for you, just say paste values. If this one opens for you, just hit text, doesn't matter. And there we go. So now I've got 3 individual columns. I can now do summary statistics on the age, but for each of the 3 categories in the resting ECG. So I can now see in my summary statistic, is there a difference, say for instance in the mean or median, as far as the age is concerned for these 3 groups of individuals. And that's absolutely great. One thing that you should always do though, go back to where you made your selection, and say clear filter. Because you might do other selections and you forgot that you've already only selected certain subjects based on some criteria. So just a little matter of habit, go back and clear all your filters. This is just a good habit to be in. So let's go to age resting ECG, and now we can do summary statistics for each one of these. And that's what we're going to do in the next video.